There are secret variants to the Pokemon 151 cards. The energy cards and some of the promos have different holofoil patterns. Okay, so I first heard about this in a PokeBeach article where they explained that the energy cards have two different holo patterns, one being the old Cosmos and one being the new Cosmos. If you don't know what the Cosmos holofoil pattern is, it was the very first holo pattern to be used in the Pokemon TCG back in 1996, and here in North America you would remember it from base set 2. Now the reason you recognize it so well is because they still use this holo pattern today. Or do they? Sometime back in, I think it was 2013, they updated the Cosmos foil pattern. So the orbs are rounder, they're no longer pixelated, they drop the stars, and they put in different swirls. And so for this reason, it was nicknamed the HD Cosmos pattern. But let's talk about the terminology because there's a lot of words floating around here. Some people call this the Galaxy foil pattern. Some people call it Cosmos. Some people call it Cosmo. Okay, some people call the old one the Pixel Cosmos or the Retro Cosmos, and some people call the new one the HD or the Neo. Confused? Yeah, in this video I'm just going to refer to it as the old Cosmos and the new Cosmos. So one of the first people to observe this was Dan Shime, who noticed that the foil patterns on the energy cards were different. Sometimes they were the new Cosmos and sometimes they were the old. I recently had him on my podcast and we talk about this in depth, so if you want to listen to that, I'll drop the link in the description for you. I had 10 energy cards from the packs I opened, and so I found Dan's video and I thought I was going crazy because they all looked the same to me. Well, it turns out all 10 of them were the old Cosmos pattern. I decided to order a whole bunch off of eBay, and now I have 60 foil energy cards, and guess what? Every single one of them is the old Cosmos foil pattern. So I was able to actually get one new foil pattern from a friend of mine. So now I can compare my one new foil pattern to my 60 old foil patterns. So here's a side by side of the old and the new. And here you'll be able to see the differences. And don't worry, I'll put in plenty of more examples in this video, but you can see how subtle it is, but once you learn to see it, then it becomes really obvious. Which one do you like better? I'm a sucker for the retro style, but I actually think I like the new one better. But okay, here's the interesting part. The promo cards are also observed to have this difference in foil pattern variants. That's right, Electabuzz and Abra can both be found with both different variants. And this is extra interesting. Kadabra can only be found with the old one. And this was also observed to be true with the 3 starter promos, as we believe that they were only available with the new Cosmos, but I was actually the first to document them with the old Cosmos pattern, and that's because I just stumbled on them the other day at Walmart. But this is interesting. It's been 5 months since Pokemon 151 came out, and we're just now seeing the 3 starters with the old Cosmos pattern on the shelves now, which suggests that they're only being printed now and that it has changed throughout consecutive print runs. So I think now we can theorize that we might still find the Kadabra with the new Cosmos foil pattern. And I hope we do, because I would love to have both variants of each promo. And one of the cool things about this whole situation and being a holo pattern collector is that you don't always have to buy the cards to find the different holo patterns. You can actually just see the promos in the package before you buy them. But don't be weird about it. So the next question is, has this been happening before the Pokemon 151 set and we just didn't notice? And is it going to continue to happen in the future? Well, I don't know, and the community doesn't really know either. We have found some older promos with both variances, and actually just today I saw on the shelf a brand new promo with the old Cosmos pattern. So this is a whole can of worms that I love that we're busting open. And my next question is, do you think that these foil pattern variants should be included in the master set? There are lots of people out there who have completed the Pokemon 151 master set, but they weren't aware of these variants. So Are we going to make them collect more cards to complete their master set again? It's not for me to say really, it's up to the community, and since this isn't really common knowledge yet, we don't know. Personally, I would say yes, include them in the master set. After all, I'm just having so much fun with this for some reason. But I would understand if someone was to argue that these are misprints and they're not actually variants. By the way, these variants have not been officially recognized by the Pokemon Company or any grading services yet. So if you wanted to call it a misprint, it would be kind of hard to argue. And one more thing, I would like you to join my Discord server. It's brand new, I just set it up. I'm trying to build a small, tightly knit Pokemon card community so we can help each other out and show each other our cool cards. And I do plan on making this a paid perk of the channel sometime in the distant future. So you can join for free right now, and I'll leave a link in the description for you. And if you're still watching, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What do you think about this? Are you as excited as I am, or are you no longer watching this video? See you later. Thanks for watching, and you will see me in the next video.